Hello everyone, my name is Fani Krishna and welcome back to my channel. In this video, let us talk about a blue-green deployment and how this blue-green deployment is useful in the production environment and how can we implement the same for RDS databases. Okay, right. So here I have my application running on AWS. So application is a React JS application, front-end application, and it has a back-end database, which is a MySQL, which is running in the 8.0.40 database engine. And let me open that. So here is my application. See, already in the database, just I prepared it. So there are 4 different records available. Here are the records available in the database. And it is continuously checking the live connection with the database. And here I can add the data like see, I say a student, save to RDS, and you can see this database is getting stored in the database. And here, to understand this better, I will show you something. Okay, here it is. So here, this is the front-end application. Whatever the actions we are performing, that actions are getting stored in the MySQL database in the backend. Endpoint is nothing but this is the endpoint, which is nothing but the address of my database, which means my application is communicating with the database, which is available at this address, which is running on 8.0.40. But the latest database engine is something like 8.4. something. So I have a requirement that my database engine, the MySQL engine, must be upgraded to 8.4. something. So what happens? I go to here, right? And then what I do, I will go to the actions or settings and I will initiate the upgrade, which might take a few minutes, right? Minimum 10 to 15 minutes of time to upgrade. During that 10 to 15 minutes of time, my application cannot reach the database and front-end users cannot use my application. So there is a downtime. To avoid this downtime, we can use a blue-green deployment strategy. What is this blue-green deployment strategy is, with the help of the blue-green deployment, we can upgrade your database with no downtime, like a zero downtime. So first I will try to explain how it works. Then we can deploy a blue-green deployment and we will upgrade our database into the latest database version. Okay. So typically this is how an RDS blue-green deployment looks like. Right now I have only one, this setup, application, front-end application and backend database. There is no blue-green deployment for my database. We will implement that. So first how it works, my application will always here blue and green. Blue environment is nothing but the production environment. Green environment is nothing but a staging environment, like in which we will do all the preparations and everything. We will test everything and all the things. So here, from the blue environment, a continuous replication, which is called as a logical replication with almost no latency, will be replicated to the green environment. Whatever the data you are having in the blue environment will be replicated to the green environment with no latency. So what we do here, whenever you want to upgrade, initially this is also going to be 8.0.4.0, right? And you can upgrade this to 8.4. something, whatever. I don't remember the minor version, right? Once it got upgraded, with no downtime, we can switch the databases. We can make the blue to the old blue environment and the green environment into the blue environment, which means this will become the production environment. Without changing any configurations in your application, the same endpoint, the address what we configured, right? The address of your database, right? The same address will connect your application with the new production database. And during that time, what we do is we will check these logs, right? So that if there is a downtime, you can see red color, not connected or some error. So without any error, with almost zero latency, without any downtime, you can upgrade your database into the latest version or whatever the version you want. So right now we have this setup. Application is running in my EC2. Let me show you. So here my application is running, and this application is connected with this particular database. And if you want, I can show you. Let me click on the database and see, this is the endpoint, the address of my database, my app-rds dot something, which already I showed you, right? Now, first, what I do is I will convert this into a blue-green deployment. Means we are going to add a new database like this. Instead of upgrading the current database, this one, instead of upgrading this one, we are going to create exact replica, exact similar database, and we will perform the upgrade on the newly created database. Even though you create a new one and you upgrade to the latest one, your application still uses the old blue environment, or the old production environment only. Once everything is ready, once everything got upgraded to the new version, then manually we can click a switch failover button, which will turn this into staging environment, which converts the staging environment into a production environment. And this will become a old production environment. This becomes old production environment. If there is no such mechanism, and if you want to upgrade, if something went wrong, and again you have to recreate everything, which takes a lot of downtime. But with the blue-green deployment, we can upgrade your database with almost zero downtime. Let us see how can we perform that. Okay, so here let me get into the AWS account, which I already logged in. And I will show you the database engine version. So here, this is my database. And if I go to the configuration tab, I can see the database engine version is 8.0.40. Okay, now how to convert this into blue-green deployment and how to upgrade it, right? Okay, select the database instance, your database, actions, and here there is an option called create blue-green deployment. Click on that. And now the current one is going to be the blue environment and the new one is going to be the green environment. Okay, you can give any name, that doesn't matter. I can say RDS, or I can say my app blue green deployment, some name to the deployment. And here you can see database engine configurations. This is the blue environment, which is on the 8.0. Green instance configuration, which is the green environment. You can choose whatever the version you want to upgrade. So the current is 8.0.40, and you can upgrade to any latest version. You can't go back to 5. Something. Let me choose the latest one. You can select all options, and here you can change the database instance class, like the capacity. Right now I have a 2 CPU and 1 GB of RAM. You can increase if you want. You can increase if you want, and you can increase the storage size. You can increase the storage type and all. And then let me click on next. See, blue-green deployment. The new deployment, the green deployment is getting created, and there is going to be a replication. There is going to be a replication. And you can see the comparison, blue environment, green environment. The only difference is database engine, right? And then just you can click on create, and here you can see estimated monthly cost. Let me click on create, and it takes some time to create the environment and all. It takes like almost like 10 to 15 minutes of time. Let it be initiated. I will show you that the architecture, how it looks like, and then I will pause the recording, and then once it completed, I will resume it. Okay, just wait for a few seconds. So here you can see the blue-green deployment, the role. You can see the blue-green deployment. It is getting created, provisioning, and this is the blue environment, which is indicated with a B. and the green environment is yet to create. And let me click on the blue-green deployment, right? And you can see blue environment is here already existing, and then the new environment, which is going to be the green environment, will be created. And you can monitor the latency, whether the data got replicated or not. Everything we will observe before creating a failover. I mean, before making the new version as the production version. Okay, so here you can see everything is getting in progress. Blue-green deployment, creating a green database in progress. Read replica, creation of the source. It will create a replica, and from there the data gets replicated. Then once everything is ready, your database engine version will be upgraded to the latest one which we selected. Then the backups will be configured. Okay, see, blue environment and green environment, right? And if you see green environment, let me go back to the blue-green deployment. And if you see connectivity and security, which is not yet ready, which is in the creating process. And during this time, your application is available. There is no downtime. You can see, just I'm scrolling down, and you can see the check at 8:15:45. Every 2 seconds, it will poll a check with a database connectivity check. During the blue-green deployment creation also, there is no downtime. Means your current production will never goes down, because it only does a replication. Once everything is ready, we can implement a switchover. Your application will start using the green environment. Your application like this will becomes a dummy, and this will becomes the new production environment. It will be promoted as a production. As of now, the green environment is a staging environment, and now we are going that to be a production environment. And the current production will becomes a old production. What is the purpose? If you find some issues in the new production environment, immediately you can revert back, so that this will become the production environment. If you find no issues, nothing, and everything is working perfect, then you can delete this old production environment to avoid unnecessary charges. And again, the blue-green deployment is not a multi-AZ deployment kind of a thing. It is only for zero downtime upgrades or migrations. Okay, let us go back to the AWS console. Okay, let me do a refresh, which will take some time. Minimum, it will take 10 to 15 minutes of time. Till then, let me pause the recording. And once the status of the blue and green environments becomes available, then I will resume the video recording and we will discuss from there. Okay, also I forgot to show you something here. In this application, you can see that this application's database engine, I mean, this application is connected to a database, right? And that database is at 8.0.40 version. And we are upgrading that to 8.4. something, 8.4.40 or 39 or something, right? The moment once we switch over, here you can see the database engine version to which that application got connected. During this process, we don't modify or we don't update anything on the application side. The reason is the same URL, the same endpoint, the same address of the database will take your application to the new production environment. That is the beauty of the blue-green deployment. Not only the zero downtime, with minimum application changes. If you create a new database and if you upgrade it manually, then in the application, you need to reconfigure the database identifier, the database URL, right? But here, that is not required. Okay, let us wait until it is ready. Till then, I will pause the recording and then I will resume it. Okay, so here you can see the status of the green deployment has been changed from creating to upgrading, right? Which means the database got created and which is getting upgraded from 8.0 to 8.4. The upgrade is in progress and it takes some time. During this time, our application is getting connected with the old production environment only. Let us check that. See, still there is no downtime, and this check happened at 5:25:47 p.m. Right now the time is 5:25. Okay, so there is no downtime and it is not yet connected with the new green deployment. So everything will be in place by the time the database is ready. Okay, so here you can see that the blue-green deployment is ready, and still this blue environment is the production and the green environment is the staging, the new, this is an environment which is going to be a production. Let us observe this one, the green one. I selected the green. Let me go to the configuration. You can see it got upgraded to 8.4.9, but still the old blue environment, the current production is 8.0.4.0. Right? Okay, now we need to switch the traffic. We need to switch the traffic. How to switch? Okay, so as of now, whenever a user is trying to access your application, that traffic is going to the blue environment, right? We need to switch the traffic. We need to switch the traffic so that your application will start using the new production environment. Means this green environment will become a blue environment, and this current blue environment will become a old environment. Let us see how to do that switchover. So let me go to our AWS. So here is our blue-green deployment, right? Let us go to the databases. This is the blue-green deployment. Select the deployment and click on actions. There is an option called switchover. Click on switchover. So what is happening? The blue will become a old blue and the green will become a blue. Okay, now let me click on switchover, but it won't take that much time. See, if I click the refresh, you can see the status has switchover. And at this time also, you can see the application is responding. See, at 5:37, 5:38, at some point, right? It connect timeout, just 2 seconds, almost zero downtime. We can say that. How many times? Just 2 fails every 2 seconds, right? Not every 2 seconds also. If you see, it's a millisecond. Seconds. 2 + 2, 4 seconds. 2 request timeout, just a 4 seconds with almost zero downtime. See, and here you can see to which database it got connected, 8.4.9. Even I am not changing anything on the application side. Automatically, what happened here? Automatically, the traffic is going like this. This becomes old. This becomes old production, and this is going to be the new production environment. And if I go there, let me do a refresh. See, this becomes a blue environment and this becomes old blue environment. There is no green. Now I don't need this anymore, right? I don't need this anymore. So we can delete that. I will show you how to delete also. And switch over complete. And you can see something like this is the old one. If you want, you can check. See, automatically it was added as old one. Select that, actions, and you can delete. If you want to create a final snapshot, you can, and all you can do, or select the blue-green deployment, actions, and a delete. So what happens now? Do you think all the databases will get deleted? No. The blue-green deployment will be deleted, and whatever the database instances available under the blue-green deployment, they will act as a standalone databases. This is going to be different. This is going to be an individual. Let me show you. Select the blue-green deployment, actions, delete. So here I need to type delete me. For the confirmation, click on delete. See, the blue-green deployment is getting deleted, and these two will become individual or a standalone databases. Then you can choose the old one and you can delete that also. If you want to create a final snapshot, you can. If you want to keep the automated backups, you can, or you can acknowledge and you can type delete space a me. So this is the only database we have, which is connected to your application. This is how it goes. And here you can see there is no connection timeouts and all the things. Just within just 4 seconds, right? Even the users can't identify that switchover within 4 seconds. Like here, every 2 seconds, I'm checking the connectivity. That's why I was able to capture there was a 4 seconds delay. And even after the connecting with the new database, see, you did not lose any data. You got all data. So let me refresh the page. Control Shift R, hard refresh. See, it got refreshed and I got all the data. The data was created at 5 p.m. Something was like 220, 220, 220, 220, and so on. We did not lose the data. In the future, if there is a 9.x version, then we can upgrade that also. Like again, the same procedure, create a blue-green deployment, choose the green with the new or latest database engine, right? And then just click upgrade. Once everything is ready, just do some basic test and then click on switchover. Your application will start using the upgraded database version. Okay, right. This is about the blue-green deployment in RDS. I hope this video helps you. And if you have any questions, just you can ask me in the comment section and I can reply. Thank you, everyone.